out when rebounding.
Well, there's less and less opportunity to get the type of rebounds, Kevin, that we've seen typically through the years that are in the paint. How many times are these guys shooting field goal attempts from so far out that the ricochet off the rim is allowing these rebounds to get to what we call the moon,
right
around the free throw line and that dotted line from the free throw line. So guards and wings swooping in to pick up non-traditional boxed out rebounds.
Team rebounding.
Team rebounding is a huge aspect of any good team. Offensive rebounding has gone away.
And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Bradley with the ball. LeBron outside. To the middle. Here's Davis. No good there. Good work defensively by Morris. Beverly against Bradley. And Beverly kicks to Zubac. Outside, George. Clippers moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Morris inside, guarded by McGee. McGee with the block. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here are the Lakers with the ball. Last time they met was in Los Angeles, where they beat the Clippers.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls and, of course, went on to win it.
No doubt that's what made the difference. The aggression they showed, attacking, drawing contact. It got them points at the line and made foul trouble a big concern on the other side.
Now Morris, after LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go. Beverly for 3. Here's George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
The versatility of Paul George as he's matured and put some more weight on his frame through the years. He's an exceptional two-way player with outstanding length and a tremendous scoring ability.
First one falls for him.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
And George drops them both. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
And that one's good. Green.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Now, here's Zubac. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Drills the three-pointer.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has worked so hard on his shooting to become more consistent, specifically the three-point shot.
LeBron against Leonard. LeBron passes to Davis. Right side, Green. Shot clock at 6. James against Leonard. Knocked loose. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Yeah, saw the box score of that game the next day, and I thought, wow, that's a huge scoring night. Pretty impressive stuff there.
Now, here's Bradley. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Davis dishes to James. Clock at 6. McGee in the corner. Outside, Green. Offline with his 3.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
Now here's Leonard. He really played well in that last game against Golden State.
That's a quick move, and that's a soft touch. That's mid-range opportunities for Kawhi Leonard to cash in on.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Davis kicks to James. Trying to get open is Davis. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Davis.
Like seeing LeBron go straight up with that shot. The catch and release almost instantaneous that time.
Green against Beverly. Poked away. Stolen by McGee. And it's the Lakers on the break. And that one's good. Green. The Clippers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Pulls up. The Lakers with the rebound. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played. Outside Bradley. James outside. They kick it out to Green. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Leonard, the pass to Beverly. Back to Leonard. No good. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Outside Green. The pass to McGee. Now here's LeBron. 29 points for him last game against Houston.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
Now here's Beverly. Morris finds George. From 17 feet out. Jump shot is good that time.
Well, keep it or dish it. Those are the decisions Paul George is trying to make, and he makes the right one there.
James against Leonard. Outside for Davis. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Lakers have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. Most every team now, Brent, looking to run when they can run. Who's the most lethal big man in transition? Can get baseline to baseline in a hurry and make a difference at the other end.
Don't think I've seen any player do the type of things at his size and with his stride than Giannis. I just think there were eye-popping plays that people could not wrap their head around what it is he could do. Taking 2 steps from half court, lengthening out his right arm to finish at the rim, grabbing offensive rebounds from the block, not taking any steps and dunking it over the top and getting to the free throw line. Giannis running in transition as a big is a problem for the defense.
And all that on the offense, but on his defensive side, he was always doing the same kind of things defensively. Blocking shots, blocking out, whatever the case may be.
Yep, causing, just the simple fact of being a deterrent, Kevin, to people coming into the lane and using that length. Giannis Antetokounmpo is something special in that regard.
Both ends of the floor, I totally agree. And some changes here for the Lakers. Howard comes in for JaVale McGee. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Bradley. And then for the Clippers, Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Now here's LeBron. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. From deep 3-point range, the shot by Rondo is no good.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Wow, LeBron throwing that one away hard. There's a message behind that block.
Now here's Rondo, following the miss by Lou Williams. Rondo against George. Rondo passes to Howard. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Howard loves getting positioned down that deep, knowing he's a force in the paint.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's Harold. 14 points from him the last game against Golden State. From deep, George. And Davis pulls it down. The Lakers trail. James outside. Rondo finds James. Shoots over Leonard. That one a little long.
Well, he wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
Here's LeBron, and the dunk by LeBron.
I love LeBron being shifty on that play, outstanding at going right to the rack with that size, strength, and speed.
Leonard inside, working on James. That's good for his third bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
Oh, check out the handles. They're nasty. Spin move had his man grab it for air.
Passes it to Davis. Outside Rondo. Pass to Howard. Back to Rondo. From deep. They get it back. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Just excellent recognition by Anthony Davis to sell the shot fake. Gets the defense up in the air.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis.
You take a look at Anthony Davis and his frame and think about his rookie year coming in so thin and moved around a lot by bigger, stronger players in the post. No longer the case as he's put on a ton of muscle to that frame and continues to grow in the strength area along with his confidence. That's helped him out a lot.
That one misses. And after just one season at Kentucky, the slight build of Davis was a concern in the NBA, and the question was, would his body hold up?
Well, he's answering the question to some degree, Kevin, knowing that it wasn't a one-year process to get stronger and to put on that kind of weight. That just comes with physical maturity. Anthony Davis doing a better job of avoiding places where he might get injured, expanding his game to the perimeter, and hopefully some of those things pay off for his longevity for his career.
So it's the Lakers now after the Clippers pick up 2. Bounce pass Howard. Here's Davis. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Williams looking over the floor. They kick it out to Green. Back to Williams. Now Harrell. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Shamet. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Lakers trail by 3. And here's Rondo. Davis, the pass to Howard. Caldwell Pope up top, guarded by Jackson. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, and knifing into the middle. Caldwell Pope, not just a perimeter threat. Young fella can elevate.
Outside Jackson. Pulls from the top of the key. That one wide left.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
And here's Jackson following Kyle Kuzma's 3. From 15 feet away, and the jumper is on the mark.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
Lakers shooting the ball to the tune of 41% from the field so far. Jackson against Rondo. Here's Davis. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
That's just such good touch. I mean, with that length, Kevin, once he turns, he's got a shooting window that feels wide open.
Jackson passes to Green. He dishes it to Williams. Back to Green. Over Rondo. And it's Green missing. The Lakers in the lead. Loads it up for Davis. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Jackson passes to Williams. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started. All the way to the bucket, no resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
From deep three-point range, and that one released in time, but no good.
Rondo sometimes gets it in his system that defensively he wants to disrupt the game, and he's doing it now.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Lakers ahead, ending the first quarter on a 14-6 run. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game. Even when you're struggling at times or you're not shooting the ball particularly well, I just feel like it's going in.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. JaMychal Green is out there with Landry Shamet. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Williams. And it's Harrell in at the 5 spot. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. And a big summer for the Lakers, trading for Anthony Davis. For a time, Greg, it even looked like they had a great shot at landing Kawhi Leonard.
He ends up choosing the Clippers, which gives rise to a compelling rivalry. The nexus of NBA basketball has shifted to the city of angels. Whichever team you root for, LA fans with a lot to celebrate.
Lakers shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one. You often hear about players talk about their favorite spot to fire from on the floor. How much of an effect does that really have, the favorite shooting spot?
Most of the time, Kevin, what you're talking about is star guys, because they're the ones who ultimately in any given possession, the coach is trying to find that guy in that spot to do something. What happens throughout the course of a year is when that player has the ball there, everybody else knows what to do.
Right.
Like the player knows what he's going to do, right, Kevin? Because he's the star player. But everybody around gets comfortable with the options and where it is that he goes. If he goes right, if I slide right, I'm going to get the three. If he goes left, he's spinning back, I might move towards the top of the key. So the familiarity of not just the player, but the players around the player, that's where you can make it happen.
That's interesting.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Shamet kicks to Harrell. Jackson looking it over. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Kuzma against Jackson. Here's Caruso. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Howard in the post. He's defended by Harrell. And the rejection by Harrell. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And the Lakers making a change here. Bradley's checked in. Clippers trail by 7. Jackson with it. Picked up by Kuzma. Jackson against Bradley. Outside Jackson. Harrell trying to free himself up. Jackson misses.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Pass to Caruso. Caldwell Pope outside. The pass to Bradley. Over Harrell. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That is his first foul of the game. James checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. The Clippers also making some changes. Morris is checked in for Jermichael Green. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. And Paul George is subbed in for Jackson. Clippers trail by 7. Beverly with the ball. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. Here's Harrell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
About Montrezl Harrell and the type of energy and effort that he brought last year to this team to help solidify, I guess, most of the culture piece of what Steve Ballmer wants this franchise to be about. That's playing hard, playing with energy, and having some enthusiasm for the competition. Montrezl Harrell wraps all those things up pretty nicely in the way he plays.
He's off on the first. And Montrezl Harrell, Brent, beloved in the locker room.
Well, he's beloved because every night when you go out on the floor with him, you know what you're going to get. A guy who is incredibly competitive, passionate, knows his role, and plays with a physical presence that he doesn't shy away from anybody that's on the floor. That's infectious.
Good on the second free throw.
The compliment that Harrell gets often is the fact that he's just so tireless a worker, and that energy is something that both coaching staffs and teammates appreciate.
Now here's James. 5 points in the game. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. Here's LeBron. It's good. LeBron's got 7 points in the game.
Well, the combination of power and finesse, it just is automatic when LeBron gets down low, one of the most efficient paint players in the game.
Now here's Beverly to the inside. Out left to the wing. Fires the 3. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got 4 rebounds in this game. Now here's James. Clock at 4. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. A 3 from Bradley. Knocks it loose. Second chance shot. That one doesn't go. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Leonard on the wing, guarded by Bradley. Back to Leonard. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Bradley dishes to James. And he lobs it up, and it's McGee with the jam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. McGee with the block. James against Leonard. LeBron left side. Passes it to Bradley. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
Green, he's checked in for the Lakers. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Bradley against Beverley. Lets it go from 11, and the Lakers with another miss. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing here by 8, and he comes up with the deuce.
You know, a lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
Morris looking over the floor. James, the pass to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it attacks an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Fast break, the Lakers. Green passes to Bradley. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Bradley's got the lead up to 10 now for the Lakers. The Clippers have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Feeds it to George. Pass to Zubac. Outside Leonard, 6 to shoot. Now Beverley from deep. Avery Bradley pulls it in.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
In the corner, it's Morris. Beverley against Bradley. Lets the 3 fly, but they'll get another chance. A second chance effort. The shot's good from McGee.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Pass to Leonard. Morris against Morris. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Morris. And here is Green. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Inside, it's tipped. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Anthony Davis comes in for JaVale McGee. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Bradley. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Lou Williams is checked in for Patrick Beverley. Clock at 2. James fires from way outside. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down.
Yeah, still trying to calibrate right now because he had 1 3 in the first quarter, but nothing since.
Leonard looking around. Over Morris. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Here's Leonard. He's got 9. There's the pass to George. They need this one. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Rajon Rondo.
Paul George right now 1 step ahead of his defender using the old pump fake. You know that one, Kev. Pump fake.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. And the first one at the line is good. Brandon, looking ahead to the playoffs, when you made your first postseason appearance, were you surprised by the intensity you found once you got there?
Kevin, it was my second season. I was playing for the Clippers, so getting into the playoffs was quite miraculous on its own accord for the organization. But the level of detail in the playoffs and intensity in the playoffs, they know everything that you're going to do. And we were playing against the Utah Jazz, which at that time...
Some pretty good players.
Yes, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek, the great Jerry Sloan as the head coach. It was a wonderful experience, but you understood that the playoffs were different. Absolutely something different in terms of the intensity and what it is that that team knew about you.
Williams passes to Leonard. Shoots a fader. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
You have to get in front of Dwight Howard. When he has that kind of room to soar, he's going to finish alley-oops with style.
Outside Williams. Pass to Morris. To the middle, deflects the pass, and so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. And we got a chance now to check out multiple seasons of assist numbers and what has been the trend for Rondo.
And the trend that he's going through with his assist numbers dropping over the past few years isn't a good one. I don't want to say he's become a more selfish player because that's too harsh, but he's become a little too concerned about finding his own shot rather than creating for his teammates. He may want to rethink that.
And with AD roaming around like a great white shark, smells blood in the water, makes the defense think twice.
Here's Green. The second effort. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Let's take a second now to bring up a list of the centers and power forwards from around the NBA who have been money at the charity stripe in the second half of the season. Third is Ivica Zubac.
That is a very confident group of players at the free throw line. We haven't seen them struggle there as some of their brothers in the big man fraternity have.
Big men making free throws? Who knew? These players are as comfortable at the stripe as they are in any other aspect of the game.
And the first one drops.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. Caldwell Pope comes in for Green. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. Landry Shamet comes in for Marcus Morris. He's perfect from the line this time.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Rondo against Williams. Kuzma outside. Pass to Davis. Shoots over Leonard. Tries again. No good from Howard.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Now here's Rondo. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And Howard with this stuff.
And Howard puts these dunks away so easily, especially when he's that deep in the paint.
Clippers trail by 14. Outside Williams. Caldwell Pope against George. Outside Leonard. Rebounded by the Lakers. Howard's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. To the paint. Green with the block. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Paul George does a great job changing speeds right there, and that's a huge part of his athleticism takes it strong to the cup and just daring a defender to come at him.
The Clippers have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. That free throw good from George. And both free throws good for Paul George. So it's the Lakers now. Rondo scanning the floor. It's stolen by Green. From deep, William. What a shot!
Oh, yes.
Amazing!
That one counts.
Unreal. That attack mentality on full display.
Lakers leading by 9. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Bradley in at the point guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Pass to Zubac. Back to George. The pass to Beverly. Leonard on the wing. Fades back. Green with the rebound.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Well, that's a good job by Avery Bradley, recognizing that he had an open teammate and get it to him in a good position.
Clippers trail by 13. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Here's George. Buried from 15 feet out. George has got 16.
Well, Paul George taking initiative tonight and going right at the defense.
Bradley against Leonard. Leonard with the steal. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And that's a momentum shifter. A steal leading straight to the basket.
Lakers leading by 9.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
Outside Bradley. Leonard against James. Shot clock at 5. Back to Bradley. Launches a 3.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
George finds Beverly. Now here is Morris. And the rejection by James.
And they continue to control the glass.
Fades. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Leonard against Green. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to 9 in the bucket from Leonard. He's got 13.
Very easily could have been an and one there. Leonard takes the contact and still maintains the focus to make the score.
Back to Davis. They kick it out to Green. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. Green's got 7 points in the game.
Oh, wow. 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Beverly looking around. Leonard attacking. McGee with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Nobody near Leonard. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Bradley. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Friday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Saturday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for that game against the Nuggets, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
LeBron in great defensive position that time, exceptional at using his wingspan to throw off the shooter.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
They get it back. Zubac. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Some changes for the Lakers. Morris is checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Alex Caruso in for Avery Bradley. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. LeBron with it. 13 points in the game. Morris outside. Left side, Davis. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty.
Been a struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, he can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul called.
James, the pass to Davis. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Sometimes all you can do is wrap up Davis and hope he doesn't make the shot.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
The first free throw is good. And we were talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he's able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
And both free throws good for Davis.
#1 pick overall in the draft coming out of Kentucky, and it just feels like Anthony Davis has had one focus on his mind, and that is to become the best player he can be. Love to see his evolution.
Now here's Beverly. And Leonard has it in the corner. He can't hit that time. Good D by James.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Green against Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, there are some ways to fire up your teammates. That right there is one of them, thanks to Kawhi Leonard.
Here's Caruso. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Nice shot by James.
I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
Still playing at an MVP level. LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
Harrell, he's checked in for Zubas. Let's use this break to look at the teams that over the past month have been tremendous at converting turnovers into points. The Lakers in fifth.
They're taking advantage of every mistake that their opponents are making. I mean, they're really converting points off those turnovers.
And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
Man, his dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Some changes for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Morris, and it's Caldwell Pope in for Danny Green. Just 2 to shoot. Here's Jackson. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Jackson's got his second bucket of the night.
Now, that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And they double up James. Down low. And that one's good. Caruso's got the lead up to 14 now for the Lakers. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. Passes it to Harrell. He kicks it to Leonard. Morris trying to free himself up. Leonard, no luck.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Here's Jackson after the basket by the Lakers. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Leonard against James from deep three-point range, and it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Kuzma kicks to Caruso. James looking around. Kuzma can't get it to go.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Jackson passes to Harrell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring to teams. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Howard's checked in for Davis. Rajon Rondo subbed in for LeBron. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Rondo against Jackson. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Pass to Williams. Pass to Green. Sinks that one from the post.
Well, because he scores so often, Williams draws defensive attention. Coaches change some coverages, which in turn open up some passing opportunities.
Now here's Howard. 8 points for him. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Rondo against Jackson. And it's slammed in by Howard. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Now, you can't leave someone open around Rondo. He'll find them.
Now, here's Shamet. He's guarded closely. Kicks it to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. And he knocks down the jumper. Williams has got 7.
Lou Williams still has some nasty handles. I love him busting out some of those tricky moves from time to time.
Caldwell Pope outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And with the break here, let's look at the stats for Williams. Putting up about 18 points per, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders. When he is in the game, a great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
That free throw good from Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Clippers trail by 14. Williams kicks to Green. Outside Jackson. Back to Green. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Rajon Rondo. And to have someone, Brent, with the size and the strength of Green play with the energy he does, it's a huge boost to any team.
Yeah, lots of talk last year about JaMychal Green really stepping into his own, starting to really own what it is he can do to impact any given game. He's a bit of a journeyman. He's traveled around a little bit between San Antonio and Memphis. But his role with the Clippers last year really put him in a nice spot for him to show off his skill set.
That's good from Green. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Lakers leading by 12. Now here's Rondo. Caldwell Pope outside. And it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 5 assists in the game. Clippers trail by 15. Outside Williams. Jackson in the corner. Loads it up there for Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And, guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Howard misses.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
And the pass to Caruso. Back to Rondo. The dish to Caldwell Pope. And he converts the layup. Caldwell Pope's got 12 points in the game.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Rondo against Williams. Shamet on the wing. Clock at 6. 17-foot shot on the way. Lakers leading by 13. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. With the second effort. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. And the Lakers making a change here. Bradley's checked in. The Clippers also making some changes. Zubac is checked in for Green. And George is subbed in for Jackson. That free throw good from Caldwell Pope. Clippers trail by 16. Shamet finds Williams. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Zubac against Bradley. Here's Shamet. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Rondo. Sweet little floater. Rondo's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Trickery of Rondo. You know he loves to go for those floaters from time to time.
George from deep three-point land. And the last second attempt. The point has not been an evenly fought contest. So it's the Clippers now. It's an 18-point game. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Shamet and George at the 2 and the 3. Ivica Zubac is out there with Harrell, and it's Williams at the point. Now, here's Shamet. Passes to George. 5 on the clock. Avery Bradley pulls it in.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Caldwell Pope passes to Howard. Kicks it out to Bradley. Lets it go. Offensive rebound. And it's slammed in by Howard.
I like how hard he's working on the glass. A strong big man who is excellent at coming up with second chance opportunities.
Shamet on the wing. Guarded by Bradley. Now Shamet in the corner. George with it. The rebound by the Lakers. Howard's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after it. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And Caldwell Pope taking over this game. Tremendous confidence he's displaying in his ability.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
A nice shot by George.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Now here's Kuzma. Fade away. And again, it's the Lakers.
And when you give Kuzma that shot, he is going to let it fly. He is so confident in his mid-range.
Outside, George. From outside the arc, George missing again. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Lakers. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Zubats. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Kuzma with the defensive effort. Bradley dishes to Howard. And the rejection by Zubats. Williams kicks to George. And again, no good by the Clippers.
His shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
Here's Bradley, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, Bradley around the basket knows he's going to face some force, and that time got inside and forced the defense's hand.
At the line for 2.
First free throw is good. Brent, with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA, which stats do you personally hold most valuable?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. I laugh a lot about...
Which is everything shooting. Free throws.
Yeah, well, I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt 3-point shooting percentage, 2-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage.
Everything.
But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit like, oh, so now shooting's important? Like what? Like now shooting's important around the league?
Right.
As if, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab a ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make the shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not far behind.
Now here is George. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
The Clippers shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Pass to Leonard. They need this. Great D that time from Green.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Here's Beverly following the basket by LeBron James. And the foul on Avery Bradley. That's foul number 2 for him. A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about, Kevin, when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line. And
you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players, too, that also, because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly. Man, James covering. And here's Beverly. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Here's Magruder. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
and they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Here's Beverly, following the basket by JaVale McGee. And obviously some good players have taken less money for a chance at a winning championship situation. That's made some rich teams even better.
Well, you have to appreciate a player in that regard, thinking that the financial gains that he could have somewhere else and playing for a team that's not capable of doing what it is that you're trying to do, and that's win a championship, that they've decided, look, it's not about that for me. What it is about the experience of being around a team that elevates itself to being the best team in the league. And if you're fortunate enough at the highest level, Kevin, as a basketball player, to be around a championship, that experience sticks with you for a lifetime. So you do appreciate guys looking for those opportunities to be around a championship.
Now here's Beverly, Magruder. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Outside Bradley. Dishes it to Cook. Back to Bradley. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Bradley plays with a pretty decent force from the two-guard spot, and that's how he gets calls like this.
2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contracts. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
Incredible to say that, right,
It
Kevin?
is, yeah.
But there are guys like Lebron James, whose $35 million contract might be worth 100.
I always thought about Jordan, too, right? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises, and for you to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation to have to put maximums on what it is that players can earn.
Here's Bradley, following the score by Reggie Jackson. Here's McGee. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Los Angeles, JaVale McGee. Taking 2 shots.
And that one misses. Alex Caruso. He's checked in for Avery Bradley. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Brent, a few players now host podcasts, participate with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base and for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their personality. It grows them as people, I think, Kevin, especially I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times over,
yes.
And you learn something new, not only about players, but about their interests and how they're spending time. And I think if you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior and you're a college player and you're listening to some of the things that guys are talking about in their experiences, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around the player in the NBA, and for you to start having considerations about how difficult the task is, how mentally taxing. So these things are great outlets for the players.
It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 15 rebounds here tonight. Man, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul against the Lakers.
Foul. 2.
Shooting for Los Angeles. Man. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. And the Clippers with a change here too. Green's checked in. And so he hits both. Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forgetful coaches? No, it can't be. Well, I don't know if...
if you're leading by 35 points late in the game.
And the star player is still in the game, somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. Quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time. Early on in the season, it might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys, but as the season goes on, you just don't see that.
And the Lakers with possession here after the Clippers pick up 2. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And so he hits the technical free throw. The Clippers on defense. Back to McGee. Lakers working the ball around now. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Caldwell-Pope. Second shot opportunity. Count that one. And it's 8 points for JaVale McGee.
There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
I just don't see how you climb back into the game when you're allowing plays like that to happen. Extra work on the offensive glass. Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Now here's Patterson. Here's Mann. Green breaking loose. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And it's Cook with the ball for the Lakers. Brent, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home. Right. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
The free throw off from Cook. Clippers shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Here's Mann. He doesn't hit that one. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter. Here is Cook. Over Patterson. And he overshot that one, missing.
He's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses fakes. You have to have a body on him every time he's down there.
Now here's Jackson. Lots of room. The rebound by Cook.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Here is Dudley. Now the pass to Caruso. Off target from three-point range. "36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Magruder. Rebounded by McGee. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Now here is McGee. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Patterson. And here they come. Here's Magruder. From the arc. Bucket's good.
Well, spraying it in from downtown, Magruder's found the range.